Hello once again, I am back playing the Outer Worlds. As last time I found the body of the person that had me here in the first place. As I speculated, I would think that was Dr. Goodnight.
You got an appointment?
Hello?
Appointment?
I need to speak with Cedric.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Appointment?
Can I make an appointment right now?
Not entirely out of the question. Convince me.
I could put good word with Cedric with Inspector is here to see Cedric. There will be no other outcomes.
Inspector, you said? Well, maybe he'll appreciate your blunt charms. Maybe not. We'll see what he has to say. Mr. Kincannon, got an inspector here demanding to see you. Want me to call the guards?
No, thank you, Eileen. I've been expecting him. Send him up, please.
I'm busy.
Oh, Cedric.
Ah, Inspector. Eileen is my right-hand woman, and the finest assistant to ever grace this office. She is also tremendously skilled in causing physical harm. I recommend you do not insult her with any further attempts at intimidation. Now then, here for my alibi, I assume?
No, not exactly. Later first. I want an explanation for that nonsense outside.
Another murder? Drunk raptidons? Black hole birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing.
I had a run-in with some slug agents.
Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
How did thugs get their hand on slug gear?
Slug uniforms do seem to go missing from the hotel laundry with impressive regularity. Easy enough for someone to nick a few. Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you?
It's me? Cleverly, whoever is behind us wants to pit me against Slug.
Right again, Inspector. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you?
If you have a fury, spit it out.
Oh, that's good. That's very good, Inspector. I like this. Dominant, aggressive, The man in charge. I don't want to accuse anyone without hard evidence, though it may be worth noting Ludovico has motivation in spades. So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector.
Never mind, I had my fun with them.
I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder.
Yep. Let's do it.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
Damn. And where would I find Elliot Nasser to verify that?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe it dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie.
Yep.
And I am, incriminatingly, people.
So your alibi is you're busy murdering someone else?
Which, as I said, you should not trust. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
That much is true. I'm not sure, but if you have a motive, I'm going to uncover it.
If you do, be sure to drop by and regale me. I'd love to hear why I might have wanted her dead. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I've a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
Alright. Anything I should look into?
You may very well want to. This particular trouble strikes me as not unrelated to your investigation.
That's
Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
Excuse me? What's gone missing specifically?
Nothing unsavory, and nothing Ludovico shouldn't know about, if that's your concern. I'm quite serious when I say Slug is a legitimate business. As to the specifics, I'm not sure. The warehouse foreman should be able to tell you. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and...
How is any of this not unrelated to Helen's death?
That the thefts began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in happenstance, Inspector. I do not trust it.
Guess I can't guarantee the theft isn't related to the murder.
I certainly wouldn't take that bet. Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the fields, chasing down leads. Me, scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
I'll say this once, whoever is behind this is going to jail, not to you.
You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted? But certainly, whatever you say. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. If she won't cooperate, tell me, and I will shoot her.
Okay.
And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account.
Before I get started,
Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
I have more questions about... The constable is dead.
Constable Keene? Now that is a damn shame. Am I right to think this wasn't a workplace accident?
Depends. Did you accidentally kill her?
No, I played no role in the good constable's death.
Any idea who might have wanted her dead?
None. I'm flummoxed. I'd nearly forgotten how that feels. It's quite unpleasant. Thank you for informing me of Constable Keene's passing. When you find her killer, please be certain to make them suffer.
Oh, I sure will. You're actually quite upset about this.
We may have been on opposite sides of the law on occasion, but we were not enemies. Perhaps it will shock you to hear her loss saddens me. Maria was a decent soul, and law knows those are in short supply around here. A little square, perhaps, in her dedication to the rules, but good nonetheless. I'm also saddened to have lost an occasional drinking buddy. She was quite good at cards, you know.
Sorry, Constable Keene. She didn't say this.
No, she didn't. But let's discuss something else. Do you have other matters requiring my attention?
I have more questions about Helen.
Very well.
Did you have many dealings with Helen?
A few. Helen was strangely curious about the private business operations around Eridanos. She said it was role research. But how much business know-how does one actor truly need for an action picture? I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. She wanted to buy in bulk.
Why did you help her?
Because she paid me to, Inspector. Besides, Helen was enjoyable company. She was confident, resourceful, determined, not unlike you, now that I consider it.
If you didn't kill her, any idea who would want her dead?
That is the question, isn't it, Inspector?
Yep.
Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere crime of passion? Or one of petty career jealousy?
I'm not willing to rule anything out yet.
A smart approach, Inspector. And yet, this murder is bigger than Miss Helen's personal life. Bigger than her latest moving picture.
You're saying there's something we're still missing?
Indeed. I suspect Helen arrived on Eridanos with grander plans than promoting Spectrum Brown. I knew I was right about you being clever, Inspector. I'm glad. Because whoever did kill Helen is not going to come forward so easily.
You know more than you're telling me.
I might. I just might. Your point, Inspector?
It's not a good look for a murder suspect.
Am I an official suspect, then? Intriguing. I'll look forward to how it all plays out. Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to see you still around for the grand finale. Whenever it comes, whatever shape it takes.
That's all I want to know.
One moment, if you please, Inspector. I've answered your questions. I believe it's my turn to ask you a question now.
Yeah, sure thing.
What or who made you decide to investigate me?
You're one of Eridanos' major players. It only makes sense.
Understandable. A man of my standing would naturally be tied up in all this, whether he wishes to be or not. Now then, did you need anything else?
Why does Ludovic hate you so much anyways?
The original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused.
That's assuming he could refuse it.
That's a bit rich, considering the way you behaved toward my assistant earlier. Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted sublet to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
How fine print are we talking?
Still technically visible to the human eye, but only just. You're quite good at this. It was all perfectly legal, too, which irked Lou to no end. My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger.
I'm sure all the sniping you do at each other helps.
Oh, I'm not an innocent party here. Please don't think I'm claiming to be. Provoking Lou may be fun, but I do have my reasons. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business.
Why do you care so much what the board thinks?
Because one day soon, Sublight will obtain a seat on it. Meanwhile, our dear administrator is still laser-focused on old slights, which can be a nuisance. He's grown increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late, convinced we're involved in less than legal business opportunities.
But you admitted to me earlier that you tortured a man for information.
Not in front of witnesses, I didn't.
Excuse me? Lord of Blight.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Alright.
A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or
That's so.
closed.
That gun on the bottom looks special. Has it been customized?
Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner. Additionally, the plasma rifle sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye.
That could be the murder weapon.
The fingerprints belong to Cedric Kincannon.
Right, obviously. Though you think it's a little surprising, Cedric hasn't categorized his fingerprints to avoid detection.
Oh, admiring my rifle.
Yep.
Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch. Inspector.
Can I ask you something?
Very well. All right.
Never mind.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What's this now?
This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
A hidden listening device, huh? Short-range transmission capabilities. The receiver must be somewhere nearby.
You figured that out just by looking at it? Huh. We ought to talk shop one of these days.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location.
Alright. Moo!
Poor woolly cow impression transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
Alright. How long has this been here?
Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface. 98.3% of the dust particles are less than 500 micrometers in diameter. This unit is glad to have been of service, Inspector.
Alright.
The area within a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles.
It's not very dusty then. Must have been placed fairly recently.
That is highly likely, Inspector.
Alright.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
You son of a bitch. Must be a game to you then. Although my rainbows are the one thing that's keeping me from killing you. Because it's just so fun.
Port seems real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the Groundbreaker.
Now you mention it. Kinda looks like the Groundbreaker. I don't think I have any Slug ID cartridges. Hold.
Discrepancy detected nearby.
The fuck's listening in the bathroom?
Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office. It's somewhat grime-covered.
Any clues how you would have put it there?
Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device.
How long has it been on the ground?
Based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before Helen's death.
Weak.
Inspector. To
Oh. I think on my next playthrough, I'm gonna try to get that rainbow gun real early as I can. Though I might want to avoid the marauders and shit while they're there. Then I need to use stealth around the madmen that are there. Hello?
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in.
Thank you. But first, the Vermin 2. Wonder where the Vermin 3 is. Thank you.
So this is where Slug houses all its completely legally obtained inventory.
Apparently so.
I'm pretty happy working for Slug. Mr. Kincannon treats us with respect.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
Worker identity cartridge.
Is Fight Night still on then?
Timeline discrepancy detected
Alright.
nearby.
You bet on a sprat named Dr. Billy? What's he a doctor of?
Victory.
You're being absurd. Sprats can't earn doctorates.
Tell that to the good doctor. He does what he wants.
That's multiple years of study.
Whoa!
The biology of this sprat is highly unusual. This sprat has been in contact with multiple parasites, yet shows no symptoms of infection.
Ah. Why is this brat so big?
A cursory analysis of this organism's anatomy suggests it was bred deliberately for its unusually large size.
What would anyone want with an unusually large sprat for?
Based on slug records of board-issued punitive sanctions against sublight salvage and shipping, this sprat is most likely intended for cage fighting.
Cage fighting? I don't get it. How did the sprat survive the infection?
Sprats possess highly adaptive immune systems capable of developing immunological memory with extraordinary speed. The unique immunological subsystem found in Sprats is advantageous in fending off parasites, pathogens, and other biological threats.
Interesting. So the Sprats are for cage fighting?
I guess they use this place to unwind. A cargo container, though? You'd think they'd get in trouble if they were caught.
All in. Is that a light machine gun?
Hey there, little buddy.
Is that Raptidon? Or Sprat? So, does that mean they planted a unusually large Sprat in the hotel? Or bomb floor anyways? Yeah, workbench. There you go. I'm gonna tinker with all in. I'll be shooting quite a damn lot. Well, anyways. Nothing good. What's my hack skill? $88? Hello?
You're the inspector, aren't you?
Yep.
Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing. Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a suspect?
No, I call closing a case, and that's the best part of my job.
Case. Just like a real inspector. Right, so the missing cargo. How can I help your investigation?
What's the culprit been stealing?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense. I ask you, Who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black? Ugh. Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice Saber, full stop?
Sounds like our perp's not fencing the stolen goods.
Yeah, probably not. No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice Sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder.
I see what you mean that there's no being a pattern.
Well, I'm no inspector. If there is one, I'm sure you'll find it.
Who has access on the cargo?
Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure, it's probably getting lost in the shipping yard. As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. He told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo.
Maybe there's a problem with the automax?
Could be. Those things will break if you so much as look at them funny. That's Benton's area, but don't bother asking him for help. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead.
Thanks for the heads up.
It won't bother him any if you have a look yourself, though. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined.
My friend is. Any idea why someone would want to bug Cendric's office?
Maybe they're keen on cashing out and want to go as painfully as possible. I don't know. Boss Kincannon's office is where he holds most of his meetings with important folks like Miss Helen. Just about all negotiations happen in his office, too. Vendor pricing, major purchase orders, rentals for construction projects, you name it.
That's enough for now.
Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to access my terminal, so I had a spare key card made. It's all yours.
Anything on there I should know about?
Oh no, I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal.
Oh no.
I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing, though, if that helps any.
Is that Spectrum Black? Oh, it's just running something. Got an ID cartridge. Should be fine. I got votes up for my next playthrough of how I should take out my victims, so you would say. And they want me to know my victim before I kill him. I'm being peer pressured to know my victim. Which, great for XP, I guess. So that means anyone with a quest has to, anyone with a quest I have to help with before I kill him. That's the logic of it.
now.
Alright.
I heard we got a new recruit. Welcome to Subline.
Housing people like cargo. Just another resource to be exploited.
Damn. Rover. Lunch unit. I don't see anyone. What's this? Security protocols. Let's save.
You one of the new workers? A lost tourist? Wait, I don't care. Just don't knock anything over.
Got a couple of questions
Hey,
for
if
you.
it meant I could ignore my work, I'd let you talk to me about sprat reproductive practices. Ask away.
How do you manage ship
This
showing?
terminal makes it pretty easy to match a ship's cargo to its manifest. If it ain't on the terminal, then it's someone else's problem.
What's so bad about managing a bunch of cargo?
Nothing. I just hate working.
That's all.
Figured it wouldn't last. Anything else?
I would guess all in as a heavy gun, yeah. Actually, it's a heavy weapon. Just uses light ammo.
Step lively, friend.
Huh?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Alright. Must be the robot then.
Inspector, this loading automechanical's programming does not match factory default settings.
Ah.
The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include an additional trigger.
Huh? Identify the new trigger.
There is a directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical be removed.
Hmm? Scan for unusual behavior.
Slug automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequently reported as out of position or missing for periods of time.
Define standard defensive protocol.
For Type K-19 cargo transport automechanicals, defensive protocol is triggered by attempted interference with cargo, or its transportation, or attempted destruction of the unit. Once triggered, defensive protocol targets the perpetrator and applies lethal force until the target has been deceased for a minimum of 3 minutes.
Let's have a look inside this automat. So, this thing triggers when its data cartridge is stolen?
Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational at 99% power. Please designate the cargo to be transported and its destination. How can this automechanical assist you?
I'm here to look for your data logs.
Certainly. Access panel is now unlocked.
View the most recent added data log.
Ejecting data log 17C. Alert. Failsafe protocol triggered. Kill mode initiated. Preparing to end user.
I have questions.
Understood.
Oh.
This unit is programmed to facilitate user queries. Kill mode pause. User termination to follow.
Seriously, that worked. What's on the data log you just injected?
The ejected data log contains instructions to move cargo shipment 6875 outside the
6875.
boundaries of the shipping yard. It also contains instructions to move randomized cargo shipments outside the boundaries of the shipping yard at intervals of 1 to 4
was that shipment 6875?
Apologies. This unit does not have access to cargo inventory lists.
Ah. Alright, go ahead and pump me.
Kill mode re-engaged. Have a nice day.
Not surviving this. I say my reputation in this place is mixed at best.
All security.
Load times are long.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Inspector, the stand... For... There...
Loaded. Out. Certain. Failsafe successfully disabled. Kill mode deactivated.
View the most recently added data log.
Ejecting data log 17C.
So he's being ordered still? Wasn't it shipments 6875?
Apologies. This unit does not... Unit entering standby mode.
through that for some fucking robot. So why should I give a shit? My game. I'll determine my rules. So this robot was meant to skim jobs. Why though?
Inspector. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I solved your cargo skimming issue.
Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened?
You got a serious security problem.
What makes you say that?
Somebody bypassed the Lord Mech's security system and rewired them to skim random goods.
Damn, you're good. Hacking the Automex. So that was our skimmer's game. But why? Everything that was stolen has seemed random. I certainly see no pattern.
The theft was random, except for a single shipment.
So, our culprit had something specific they wished to acquire, and used the random theft as a smokescreen. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. But then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be, or indeed, that Slug would soon possess it.
Dramatically slammed the receiver down on his desk.
You've quite a flair for the dramatic, Inspector. Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half of this listening device?
Yep. Sure was, and whoever this device belongs to, that's our culprit.
Not quite, Inspector. That listening device belongs to me.
A what?
I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research.
Helen can't be behind the theft. She's dead.
Yes, I do realize that. Thank you. You'll recall the thefts began in the week leading up to her death. Plenty of time to hack an automechanical and program it to steal. She must have died before she could turn it off. Unbelievable. I helped her. Gave her whatever she needed. I thought we were doing each other a good turn.
That was personal.
This is a betrayal, Inspector. I do not take betrayal lightly. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead, and that some other bastard beat me to putting her in the ground.
Seems we found your motive, Cedric.
Yes, I suppose we have. There is, however, a slight chronological incongruency to it.
Yep.
I now have a motive to kill Halcyon Helen, but Halcyon Helen is already dead. If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Alas, I did not.
Excuse me? That's for me to decide.
Indeed. Incidentally, feel free to stop by after you clear me as a suspect. I won't even say, I told you so. Though I can't vouch for Eileen. I wish you
Eileen?
luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. You'll find Helen's murderer. I'm confident of that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve shooting quite a lot of guns.
Probably. Well, that just makes me wonder. What was at... What's in shipment 6875? I have to get some answers for that one. Shipment 6875. Hello?
Hi, Inspector.
Got the missing cargo.
Happy to help however I can. Hi,
Any spaceport gossip I should know about?
keeping your ear to the ground, Inspector? I get it. Oh, I get it. I heard Bertie Holcomb's over at the Copper Bottom Cantina, if that's exciting to you.
Ah,
I'm more of a Hephaestus Hammers fan myself.
Hephaestus Hammers.
Oh, and Burbage 3001 stopped by the warehouse the other day. Needed a replacement part for his synthetic tear dispensing system. I fixed him up.
I take it here, Birch 3001 fan.
Am I?
Are you?
Heck yes. He's just so shiny and capable and clean. So very clean.
Hmm. I sure am quite destructive this playthrough. Alright. Getting black hole birdies here. Ow.
Hey, could I talk to you for a second?
Hello?
Hey there. Word around the spaceport is that you came in on the Unreliable. You a new crewmate?
Crewmate? The Unreliable is my ship.
Cut the shit. I know Hawthorne's captain of that ship, and I know you ain't him. You want to try again?
I'm Henry. Sorry to tell you, but Alphonse is dead. Ship was left to me.
I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if you're flying his ship, it means you're a freelancer too. Wonder if you can help me.
Okay. I'm listening.
I run an outfit for the moving of the less than legal goods. There's a particular piece of cargo needs delivering to a particular individual in the spaceport.
Alright.
The thing is, I don't know where the cargo is right now. The crewmate who handles that is in the clink for getting a little too disorderly in town. We've already attracted too much attention. Too risky to visit her myself. That's where you come in. You help us out, I'll give you an equal cut of our pay.
Yeah, sure. What do you want me to do?
Great to hear. First, you need to go meet the crewmate who got herself jailed. Cassidy Mills is the name. She'll know where the cargo is.
How will she know I'm working with you?
Oh, yeah, right. We have a secret phrase. I like boneless spratwurst. Say that and she'll know you're a friend.
Alright. Sounds good. I'll get going.
Be seeing ya. Remember, Cassidy's at the constabulary. She might be a little wary, so be careful.
Whoa. What do we have here?
Reminds me of Moreau's. Just a bit.
Huh? Strange. Hello?
Hello. Welcome to Aridano's Dry Goods and Sundry, the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. I'm Marketeer Joseph Dempsey, here to make your shopping experience as pleasant and normal as possible.
Standard and unremarkable, you said. Maybe you should invest in an advertising seminar.
Hey, folks take a lot of comfort in knowing their neighborhood general store is unchanging, eternal, like the land beneath their feet or the air in their lungs. Whoops. Forgot I ain't supposed to poeticize on work time. The drab nature of our store profits is what I meant. Now, can I sell you anything?
Let me see what you got. Light assault rifle MK3.
Haven't seen you around before,
Hello?
but that ain't no problem. All are welcome at the Copper Bottom Cantina, so long as their bits are good, huh? Can I get you something?
I look all like you and the bartender.
Yeah, so you noticed that I'm a little off kilter, huh? Damn if it ain't been a while. I'm too old to run around anymore, but in my heyday, I used to play for the Rangers.
Oh yes, the classic career path. Toss ball player to bartender. What position did you play?
Position? I don't know. Got hit in the melon a lot, so I ain't the best in the memory department. Actually happened so often it became a specialty of mine.
Huh. Getting hit with a ball was a specialty?
Yep. Ernest the Bean Padilla, they called me. At least I think that's what they called me. League leader in hit by serves 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Folks started competing to see how many times they could hit me in a match. Called it quits not long after that. Ain't safe to take that many blows to the head.
I see. So you moved to Arizona's after your playing days and...
I came out to coach the Rangers during training camp, but after a while I had trouble remembering which player was which. Slug lets me bartend instead of recommending me for early retirement, for which I'm most grateful. I'd hate lying around like a deadbeat.
Sounds like you've enjoyed your careers. Don't see a lot of that in Halcyon.
Absolutely. I know things can get rough, but I've had a more decent life than I've had any right to. Thanks for reliving the old days with me. Anyhow, I think I've talked plenty now. Is there something I can get you?
Anything interesting happened right here?
No, but some folks have been saying there was some kind of fight between a mechanical and some spacers last night.
Huh.
I didn't see it myself, and it seems far-fetched. Deputy Wine Taster ain't exactly prone to wandering, nor are most other mechanicals that I'm aware of. There's a new Boyd Dan Byrne on my nice clean floor, but I think it's the doing of one of my customers.
Let's see what you have on my tab. Okay, got a few sugary drinks. Or a sugary drink. Let's see that burn mark on the floor. I don't see it. 2 Rangers.
Don't
Hello?
think I know you. What do you want?
I like boneless spratwurst.
Yep, that sure is the passphrase, even if it is dumb as hell. What's Dash's plan?
I'm your work for retrieval. Tell me what you know and where I'm going.
You're looking for cargo from our ship, the Rat King. Small package, wrapped in brown paper. It got moved to the shipping yard, but I'm not completely sure where.
Alright. I'm off. Okay. Got the cargo.
You're back, I see.
Yep.
Hope the law hasn't caught on to what you're doing.
Hell no.
Law meaning authorities, that is, not the forces running the universe.
What? Why'd you need to get arrested anyways?
This is gonna sound a little stupid, but I got a thing about mechanicals. Don't like the way they move or the sounds they make. Gives me the creeps. I was drinking with Dash in the cantina when a funny-looking one trotted up beside us. Seemed like it was some kind of monster, so I started yelling, banging on it. Don't know what happened next, but I think it involved another mechanical. I passed right out then, and when I woke back up, I was here. Not the most graceful thing I've ever done.
Huh. I've got cargo. What's next?
No complications? Grand. The recipient is Joseph Dempsey. He runs the Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry.
Alright. On delivery, coming right up.
Welcome back.
You said your title was Marketeer, right? Ever refer to yourself just as Marketeer?
Oh, I see you've read some of my poems. Very clever, Inspector. Yes, my pen name is the Marketeer, though I also use it in certain business dealings. Wait a moment. Why do you ask? Hey now, hey, let's all be reasonable here. I'm just a middleman. None of this was my idea. Occasionally, jobs requiring discretion arrive here from the hotel. Always anonymous and always lucrative. For a sizable cut, I set these jobs up and asked no questions. Somebody sent me a note telling me they wanted you dead. I don't know who, and I don't know why. I swear.
You hire by anonymous note to hire someone else by anonymous note.
Yeah, of course. It's called a paper trail. Give me a little credit. I'm a professional. I've got to have some standards.
Here's what's going to happen. You're going to pay me and I'll walk away.
Of course. Here. Terribly sorry for all this, Inspector. I'll certainly owe you in the future.
Yep.
Welcome back.
And? I've got a shipment of something for you.
A shipment, you say? The only shipment I'm expecting is 100 pounds of salt tuna a week from now. And I certainly don't expect it to be brought by an inspector.
I like boneless bratwurst.
Is that supposed to be some kind of code phrase? It has no nuance, no subtlety. Sticks out like a bent nail. A constable could detect that from the other side of Eridanos.
Wait!
I learn about secret codes in my off time. For fun. It's never anything that I actually need to use.
Oh. Drop the act. You already know why I'm here. What you want to know is what?
Playing dumb didn't dissuade you, huh? You're pretty sharp and correct. Follow me to the back.
Ah. So it's just a coy. Sucker.
Alright. So,
holy
as you
shit.
can see, this actually ain't the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. Welcome to my black market.
A black market?
Whatever you're here for. Weapons, information, contraband,
Ooh.
tainted ointment. I've got it. Sorry for the frosty reception. Had to make sure you weren't with the constable. But seeing how you're a freelancer, I hope I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Don't worry, I can be trusted.
Good. A worthy freelancer is hard to find. Since you're in the know, you can access my black market stocks. Though, you'll have to come by later. I'm waiting on my next shipment. Here's your pay. Good doing business with you.
You too.
Especially seeing how you didn't take this to the constable. Would have been a mighty pain in my tail end.
Since I went all through the work to bring you this, can I see what's in the box?
See? No. But I might tell you what's in it, so
All right.
long as it's nothing proprietary, volatile, or breathing. Let's have a little look. Contraband weapon parts, a few chemicals for the crafting of high explosives. All fairly standard. Oh, and a canister of trimethyl sulfoxide. Where dimethyl sulfoxide is good at keeping folks in stasis, trimethyl sulfoxide is nice for helping refrigerators run. Useful stuff.
Oh. Let's have a look at your stock. Onslaught. This is some real black market. You're just gonna leave me in here. As I was saying, this is some real black market shit. Seriously? Let's take all I can get. This will be good for sellables. Just gonna leave me alone in here? Fool. What an idiot. Hello?
Greetings again, my friend. Hope you've been keeping free of the yoke of the law. Within reason, that is.
Yep. How's a shady dealing treating you?
Pretty well, I'd say. Been thinking about expanding my network to include some other shop managers throughout Eridanos. But then I realized that someone could joke that we're contrabanding together. And I've decided I don't want to do it anymore.
Contrabanding together. He did not want the lame joke. You got a lot? You got a lot in the way of goods out back. Must have some pretty reliable suppliers.
Hey, a good black market owner never reveals their secrets. All I can say is that I get regular shipments from a place that rhymes with Smallbrook. Dealing with Sublight behind Sublight's back, I'm sure there's something poetic to be said about that, but I'm on the clock.
Smallbrook. Fallbrook? Alright, put that down for a note. Let's have a look at your stock. Well, I think it might be a good idea. We should probably buy back some of this stuff. I just might keep this, you know? Which I will. Seriously now. First off, let's tinker with this. 37. Ooh, whoa.
Greetings again. Greetings again, my...
Alright. Wait. Hello.
Hope the job's coming along well. No sign of the constable, which really makes me more nervous.
One packaging of questionable goods delivered and signed for.
Excellent. Let's divvy up the payment 3 ways and we can consider this matter settled. Great,
I did all work and you guys... Well, you You're always round. You're lucky you get anything.
What? That ain't gonna be enough to get Cass out of prison, and it ain't what we agreed to. Ah, shit. Looks like it was wrong to assume you were just like Hawthorne after all.
Probably.
Sure hope I can figure something out to pay Cass's fine. Should have never asked for your help.
I should have spent that money on tinkering and shit. Oh well. It was a loose screw anyways. I don't think he had any reputation with him. Depressing. Well, I'm finally out of that place. The man you chat. Alright. They're about around the same place, so I might as well take a check. Sorry.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Supergel flakes and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
I love these rainbows. Oh, that place is unlocked now. That bridge. That way.
Jump!
That's the last of them.
Reload. On the underground, huh? It's a bit too late here.
We'll be your friend. I just wanted to make you smile.
Get him.
Never anger a man of the claw.
Got it all? Pretty damn dark in here.
Here we go.
That would hopefully be all of them.
Don't mess with us.
Yeah, that's all of them. Is this an N-way? It is. Explains the rainbows. Might as well take a look at that profit probability. Don't fall.
You know, I
If they
never...
intend to keep the wilderness inside their reserve, they might want to invest in a gate that can close.
True. Legal hunting supplies.
Welcome to Hunter
Hello.
Legal's Legal Hunter Supplies. I am Hunter Legal. How might I help you today?
I'm investigating the murder of Halcyon Helen. Have you heard anything unusual lately?
Unusual? This whole land complex is a failed wildlife exhibition turned hunting reserve. You can't go 10 feet without stepping in unusual. But I reckon you're asking about people unusual.
Yep.
I'd go have a chat with the prophet of profitability. Maybe she can intuit you in the right direction or something. But she is mighty far in the depths of the reserve. Perhaps you should purchase one of my fine armaments for the journey.
Armaments, you say? Hup! Strange shop name you have.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. It is a perfectly normal name for a shop dispensing hunter supplies.
Do you mean hunting supplies like the sign above you says?
No, these are supplies for hunters.
Huh?
Hunter supplies. It works either way. It works either way. Boy, damn it. I wish I thought to get that sign switched out when I changed my name.
Let's see what you're selling.
Hunter supplies. Get your hunter supplies.
Whoa. It's a lot of hunter supplies. Take a dream time no more. What's this? Alright. Since this is a hunting ground, what kind of dangerous animals can I find around here? The hell is this place? MSI?
Commander, you ever wonder why they put lights on our armor? No, Trooper. What about these tubes poking out everywhere? No. Trooper, stop asking stupid questions. Sorry, Commander.
Hello.
Rizzo cares about the happiness of his family. Spacer's choice can't say that.
That much is true. Now, as long as that happiness is not psychotic.
Here we go.
Oh! They're going down. Damn, this thing's overpowered. So what's important about this place?
Throw a fight on our head.
Whoa! This thing does numbers.
I have your back, Captain.
Ha!
Everyone all right?
You got none on me. There's marauders. Okay.
I can't believe Helen's gone. We're never gonna get a sequel to Terror on Monarch.
At least someone cares.
Here we go. Hit. Do anything.
Stop on your tracks.
Here I go!
I've had quite enough of you.
Alright. This thing just doesn't know when to stop. I got you now. Get him! Taste the rainbow! Hello.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
This skills ad campaign just gone violent all of a sudden. Quite damn brutal too. I don't think it's legal to show bloods and guts in an ad campaign. Unless it's a adult rated ad campaign, then sure. But these are Skittles we're talking about. They're shooting mantises with a Skittle gun, man. They just don't know when to stop. I'm gonna guess there's probably gonna be a few traps in here.
We got a fight on our hands.
Get him!
I'll take your confession now.
Oh!
Don't mess with him.
Just sent him flying.
Okay, quiet.
Fucking disgusting.
Here we go.
Parasite. I'll give him the OG model.
Have your back, Captain. Victorious.
Whoa.
Over quickly.
Come on. Yeah, there you go. Taste the rainbow. Some deadly alcohol there. Am I going the right way or am I... Ow.
Your life was merely an illusion anyway.
Sure is. I'm probably gonna run out of my light ammo real soon if I don't conserve. But goddamn, is this fun? Grenade launcher. Need quite a lot of weapon parts, don't I? Stay still.
I have your boat. Don't mess with us.
To make you smile.
Huh, is he still alive? world is beautiful beyond comparison. Huh. Words of a madman. The announcement of the chief of the savages been out by far. I've completed my final outdoor suspension and exposure test as expected. Responds to acid, burns in fire, and can be disintegrated or otherwise destroyed in enemies and concealed in blast with plasma. The creature is vulnerable when alone. However, body of a host evokes intensely productive behavior from that host. Safeguarding the site becomes primary objective. Even at point of aggression and violence, the creature must seems also too long automation and ocean to liquid suspension, water and liquid always preserve the creature. Its metabolic systems such as and immediately attempts to attach itself to the host nervous system. As they are exposed by a hold, once exposed to a host, the creature emerges from the dormant state and immediately attempts to attach itself to the host nervous system. Long-term tendency to alcohol useful to core compromise. The parasite seems completely incompatible with the common threat. This is baffling and disappointing. I have few fears, but it's a highly adaptive. Is the half-complete creature of that difficult taste and thanks back distasteful to this ridiculous to me. Not strictly speaking impossible. They both be true and delirious. We'll do in the morning. Continue my research for more simple hosts among the common fauna. Very common results from Practice the biological system is well suited to hosting parasite. My theory, though, the parasite ensures exposure to the atmosphere and manifesting in these cases, parasites that successfully manipulate production of hormones in the host brain. I don't know how yet. The implications of the parasite removing the host troubles me. Its nervous system is exotic and difficult to understand. I can't quite shake the idea that the parasite does not require contact with the host in order to influence its behavior. A suitably large and complex specimen may be able to manipulate the mood of a sentient creature by approximately alone, maybe possibly. These ideas are unscientific and found my own anxieties. My nightmares have been modifying my thoughts. Should seek treatment soon. Researching these parasites, huh?
Something here we go. Felt so good in my life. That's the last of them.
Ow. Good. She fallen to the floor. Spectrum black. What the hell? Sugar. I need sugar. Hi.
The Prophet of Profitability has changed my life. Her seminars are worth every bit.
Captain, what is this place and why is everybody acting so strange? Oh, law. They ain't cannibals, right?
I don't think they are. Alright. What the fuck?
Timeline discrepancy
All right.
detected nearby.
What have you got for me? What's this?
Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning: ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned substances into your ears may be harmful to your health.
My ears? The Scrumpsy amplifier, how would these likely to be used? Can you analyze the chemicals these soaps are treated with?
Analyzing. Complete. Substance appears to be a mix of industrial solvents and various essential oils. Substances include woolly cow dander remover, sprat oil, and starship surface wax.
The Scrumpsy amplifier, how would these most likely be used?
Prior analysis suggests these herbs reach peak effectiveness when users burn them and inhale the resulting smoke. Whether or not this increased effectiveness is good for an afflicted individual has yet to be determined.
The dry herbs are difficult to chew. The flavor is less bitter than we expected. It's smooth. Cakes and such aftertaste. It's actually better tasting than the average can of salted nut dough. Most the soda for most boots.
Hypothesizing potential side effects from herb consumption. Most likely outcome, decapitation.
Huh?
Slight possibility of calculation error.
Alright, make note of it. Let's move on. Hello?
Fruitful and productive welcome, brother. I had a feeling you would visit me. I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. But I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival?
I'm looking into the murder of Halcyon Helen. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Certainly. Certainly. But first, I'd love to interest you in one of my productivity seminars. We'll free you of those potential hampering humors in a heartbeat.
Didn't Helen say you were hacked?
Absolutely not. Any statements by Miss Helen about us were blown out of proportion and altered by the media. In fact, she quite recently... excuse me. I seem to be remembering something that never happened. Whatever the case, I'm sure her speech about us was all a misunderstanding. With that said, I'd love to involve you in one of my productivity seminars. We should clear you of all those nasty, nasty humors hampering your potential.
Sorry, Prophet, I don't think I can spare the time. I've got a murder to look into.
Yes, I understand the pressure of one's employment all too well. We've lately been looking into more ways to bolster the retreat stock of bits. But you needn't worry about how this little conversation is affecting my livelihood, brother. Please, take your time.
Time is nothing I have.
I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, brother. How might I assist?
I'm gonna ask you some questions about Halcyon Helen. Please answer truthfully.
Oh? I'm surprised. I wouldn't think the two of us would have much to discuss about her.
We have a lot to discuss.
We may have had some terse interactions before her death, which I most certainly regret. But beyond those, well, never mind. What would you care to know?
You and Helen did get along, I hear.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills.
I don't like her tone. Seems like she's dodging my questions. Did you contact Helen after you left the Grand Colonial?
I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further?
Where were you at the time of Helen's murder?
Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest. In fact, I haven't visited the Colonials since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies, you understand.
Let's talk about something else.
I hope you now realize that I had nothing to do with Helen's demise.
Got some interesting hoods in here.
I'm pleased that you noticed. Excellent eye, brother. The compound they're treated with is my own invention, designed to unlock an individual's true productive potential when burned. I can't say any more. Trade secrets, you know.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. They seem toxic enough to potentially kill someone.
None of my clients have ever complained, so I'm sure they're perfectly safe. Is there anything else?
That's not how it works. That's all I have for now. Ah. Hello?
Hello. Welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity Retreat. Stay positive, and soon all your humors will be balanced. At least, that's what I keep telling myself.
Huh?
Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about this retreat?
If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humors strangling your potential. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out. Or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability.
Do you know the Prophet well?
Of course. I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple daily stomach purges.
Eh?
She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon.
Maybe
Of
that's
course,
why.
I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now.
I sense doubt. For positivity this cool, you sound a little less than enthused.
Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper.
It's hard to look into Halcyon Helen's murder. I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Ask away.
The Prophet has some kind of feud with Halcyon Helen, right?
Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the Prophet's fears were.
Huh? Who was it?
I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush.
Have you noticed any unusual behavior in the retreat lately?
Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day.
Huh. Where were you at the time of the murder?
I was here, at the retreat, in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the prophet, who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually.
That's all for now.
Certainly.
Goodbye.
Actually, before you go, I want to report something suspicious.
Okay.
I noticed the prophet's dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange.
Alright.
Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human-shaped.
Human-shaped. You sure it was a body?
I think so. Had the right size and shape.
You could have brought this information a little further.
I could have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. Plus, there's always the possibility that I'm mistaken. The prophet hasn't been herself lately, but if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own wing of the retreat.
I'll look into it. Alright. I've talked with my guests. I talked to my agents and they told me what I said. Excuse me? That what I said about your seminars, not talking about them, I actually lost about 30% of your revenue for the next 3 months with future losses projected. When I said I wasn't much interested in attending, I didn't really realize that it hit you quite as hard as I did. Guess that's the price of stardom. Everyone listens a little extra to everything you said. I'm hoping if you got some space that I might be able to attend one of your seminars today. As a means of apologizing, I know that notice is short, but I'm hoping you can fit me in without too much inconvenience. Ruth Bellamy. Wanted to ask you about that mix of herbs I sent you has worked out. I was skeptical at first about using them for meditation purposes, but hell, what do I know about productivity? That said, be sure to remember what I told you. Don't cut the herbs asymmetrically, hampers the texture. But don't leave them out in the sun. As the law's sake, make sure you keep the smoke doses small. Last thing you want to know is it accidentally sends somebody into a coma or worse, kill them. Be smart. Good. Do you have the tendencies of tripling profits through transcendentalism? And I have reconvened and well agreement. Your seminars are simply top notch. We've seen a 0.5% increase of each of our business and total profits since we attend your seminar together, of course, with the price of materials, shipping, and other costs involved in it boils down to more than a 0.1% increase, but increase is increase. If you ever decide to visit the Grand Colonial, you simply must let us purchase your round of drinks. Thanks. You recently have the bits for it. Aside from
Good enough to be better. Everyone, I need to believe.
is that job complete? Because is that job botched on the it's a job well done. Thank God. If I have to give him 1,000 bits. Well, I think I can still do that. Unless he doesn't want my pity money. On that case, well, it is loss. Alright. Gotta say, that gun I have is overpowered as shit.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
A semi-recent set of tracks in the dirt stands out from the dead leaves and those made by passing creatures.
Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for productivity disciples to wander more than a few feet from the camp.
Got any idea who made them?
Scanning. Checking database of shoe sizes and height-weight ratios. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints were either made by the Prophet of Profitability or Adjutant Sophia Picande. Error.
Sophia?
Recalibrating. These footprints were made by the Prophet of Profitability.
Okay, thanks.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
Come on. Got a body to find.
Timeline discrepancy additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What's this now?
Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
Am I imagining things? It does seem like whoever was dumped here got up?
No sign of struggle or evidence of wildlife consumption of body. Suspected likelihood of user correctness, 86%.
This could be strange. Let's keep this in mind. So wait. The body is...
Together.
Let's save here. That's a lot of progress done.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay.
Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
So, whose body was that? Anyway, this woman's a madman. Mad woman. Whatever she was doing with the body, I don't think she didn't do enough if she tended to kill whoever it was because they got up. So, what the hell's going on? I deserve to know that much at least. Alright. Okay, what the hell?
Welcome back, brother. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, brother. How might I assist?
Might as well tell me the truth now. Someone said they saw you dragging a human-shaped lump into your yurt. You said you had no further interaction with Helen before her death, right?
Yes, that's correct. She made it clear that my seminars were of no interest to her.
Really? So no message from her or anything like that?
Your tone of voice seems to suggest that you have information already, which also suggests you read my terminal. Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision because she never showed up. I don't see how it matters.
That matters very much. Someone said they saw you dragging a human-shaped lump into your yurt.
Who said that? I'll be sure to give them a special seminar on not needlessly implicating the person who puts food on their table. It was a bundle of clothing, brother. Even productivity geniuses need to do laundry from time to time.
The quicker I get to the truth, the faster I can leave you alone.
Yes. I suppose the more quickly we get off this subject, the better. I had a visitor, yes. But as it turned out, some of my productivity techniques were too much for them. I had to drag them out by hand. But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure whichever attendee it was is perfectly safe now.
With all your trill to where you dumped something in the wilderness.
Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump?
For a prophet, you've suddenly made some bad decisions. Fess up.
Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake. Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness.
Is she talking about different Helen? Did you shoot the body at any time?
Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill someone on purpose, I would have used a blunt weapon. Nothing quite like clubbing someone over the head.
Huh. It's psychotic. The wilderness. You didn't dump the body at Grand Colonial?
Do you jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things, but I think corpses are perhaps too strange. The creatures of the wilderness are much less picky. Besides, the hotel is ridiculously far. I couldn't have made it all that way without someone realizing I was dragging a corpse.
You sure Helen was dead?
I'm no medical professional, but that certainly seemed the case. Usually my customers at least writhe or mumble after a session. My productivity-enhancing herbs typically do induce sluggishness, but I suppose they must have been enough to do her in if her constitution was truly that weak.
Actually, I don't think you killed anybody. Certainly not Helen.
What? Is this some kind of joke? You're an inspector. It's your job to arrest me, isn't it?
How soon Helen's body was found at Grand Colonial? She was killed there.
I don't believe you. I think this is all a trick. You're trying to catch me in a lie. Get me to reveal my productivity secrets.
I don't give a damn about your productivity. Look, if Helen's body wasn't there where you left it, she must have awakened and walked away.
No. Someone must have moved it after I killed her. One of my business rivals, waiting for me to fall into a false sense of security so they can strike.
She's in denial. The only thing you've done is be completely negligent.
No. You can't trick me. I finally discovered what's happening. You've been paid off. Someone else learned that I killed Helen and is going to use that information to blackmail me. You think I'm going to let this injustice happen? Ha! Tell the constable that I killed Helen. It's 1,000 times less miserable than whatever my enemies have planned.
You're up the wall. Not against the deputy or anyone else to falsely imprison you.
You monster! What am I supposed to do now? They'll be here soon. And once they arrive, I'll be powerless. Powerless! I just want to go to prison. Is that so wrong?
The hell with your paranoia. That's some damning piece of evidence on her. Though that evidence would be from another crime she committed. They did say she was paid off. So I believe she was paid off to keep me off the trail of the real killer. God damn, she's crazy. I expected better. Okay. Alright, let's recap. The constable is dead. This Dr. Blossom died, and they got away through ventilation and cut the red wires to close off the doors. Then someone paid some thugs to kill me off so I have some to go against Slug. Hold. Then the profitability is probably being paid to lie about her current situation and all, just to throw me off trail. Then if that isn't bad enough, I got a narcissistical star that probably might have poisoned the victim, which I think that might be true. Alright, that crosses off a lot of people, and right, because very fish bank colonial kitchens at the time of Helen's meal prep by Chef Anwar. Joey Chef working on the dish, then Spencer Village and Bellhop enter, and some dispensary to say to the chef. Well, I got some damning piece of evidence for you, Anwar.
Hello again. You have a look that screams, I have something to ask you about.
Yep.
Well...
whatever the case.
You have a look... Oh... Spencer will... Miss... If you wish to... Thank you for your...
Hello?
Hello there, my inordinately... Oh, you're the one who visited me. Hello again. Thanks so much for brightening my day. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
VIP guest floor.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure...
Rizzo's Moral Improvement Program. Spencer?
I could not have waited another instant for your presence. The Canes and the Canids, Act 2, Scene 6. I played a love-struck janitor. Ask me
Cut the shit,
at
Spencer.
all. I might even give you a straight answer.
I've learned a thing or two about your activities in the hotel.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
You sound nervous. So, quick question. What was it you want with a prepped away bile gland?
What? That damn bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's
an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe?
Ah.
Terror glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
I spoke to Birch. He told me you upgraded him.
I did indeed. With Halsey and Helen parading her fame about, I was left without an acting partner. Burbage is no exception. His acting protocols were nothing short of a joke.
That's so?
I decided to make some modifications, installing him with some of my old serial quotes as, I think, improved his range.
Ah.
The way he bungled about with that weapon of his hardly befitted a dissident, so I modified it as well. He's much quicker on the draw now, though he's still a machine.
Ah, very much so. I have security footage of you tampering with Helen's meal, you little shit.
Tampering? No, no, no. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish that looked good. If being hungry is a crime, you better indict 3/4 of Halcyon.
Don't give me that shit. Nice contradiction. Want to add another to the pile, or would you rather just come clean?
I want to add another to the pile. Oh, no. Wait, no use in pretending, is there?
No.
As it so happens, I may not have had the terror gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her.
Alright. Talk.
I will. Terror ray glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy.
Lethargy?
As if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die. And even then, it would be an extended, arduous process.
Yeah, you really seem like a toxologist, or maybe you played one in one of your Aether Wave.
No, really, you must listen. I wasn't trying to kill Bellamy. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles.
Sorry. What will you want me to say instead?
Tell him it was a poisonous mushroom, or a bite from some poisonous insect. An accident. I promise I shall make up for my actions. Pay to erect a statue in Helen's honor, or perhaps even dedicate a performance to her memory.
I'll keep you in suspense. It's more fun that way.
My law, if you aren't a sadist. If I have a coronary before you make your decision, I will do my utmost to haunt you.
Sorry. Whether I tell the truth or not, that's on me. But thanks for the evidence anyways. Alright, bring me to the penthouse suite.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Alright, Administrator.
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't true.
Yes, it's true, alright. She was murdered in her office.
Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector.
Yes, I know that much.
You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Was she important to you?
Maria devoted her entire life to our vision. She was absolutely committed to our company, to our project. I promised myself I'd reward her after we launched Spectrum Brown. I'd make sure she was comfortable for the rest of her life. She was also our voice of reason. She was sensible, and I appreciated her advice. I never got to tell her that.
Enough talk, I'll find whoever did this.
Make them suffer, Inspector.
Alright, I finished my investigation into Helen's poisoning.
Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner.
Yep. Spencer Woolwich confessed to his crime.
Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large.
I finished my investigation into Jasmine Levy, the prophet of profitability.
Ms. Leva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find?
I think she's a fraud and a cheat.
Ms. Leva's techniques have no basis in modern science, but she makes bits hand over fist. If that makes her a fraud, then she's only as fraudulent as our corporate leaders. Does the prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
I'm still considering my options, but no, I doubt she did it.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report.
I looked into Cedric.
Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found.
Cedric's a slippery guy. I didn't find much to build a case. He's got an alibi.
Of course he's got an alibi. He runs Sublight Underground. He probably starts his day by preparing half a dozen alibis. With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death?
Helen was making money for Cedric. I doubt he has a motive for killing her.
No motive. That's disappointing, because it's exactly the conclusion he'd want us to make. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though. There's always a chance for an accident.
That's true. Sorry to disappoint you, Lufko. He's alive and well.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive. The universe is a just place.
I'll be back.
This room ain't so bad. I could get used to this.
Well, I definitely crossed out a few suspects. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm honestly a bit disappointed. I thought there was a few more levels. Alright. Well, I found a lot of damn piece of evidence. I'd say I'm near closing the case. I sure hope I can, sure hope Dr. Goodnight's a suspect. I'm near to answering my question. But every piece of evidence or any type of lead I can find is more important than making a blind guess. Got one more lead before I close this case. I believe this case is far from being closed here. I got a lot of evidence that crosses people off and some that makes them incriminating.
I could use a new pair of glasses.
Can't imagine where you misplaced your old pair.
I'll get to that place, then I'll end the stream here. Well, things sure got interesting. Till next time, I'll find out who to kill.